Cinema has always been more than just entertainment. It is a reflection of society, a source of inspiration, and a canvas where legendary actors etch their names into history. For every superstar, there are certain films that stand above the rest, roles that defined their careers, shaped Hollywood, and left audiences breathless. These movies are not just box office smashes, they are cultural touchstones that remind us why actors become icons. In this video, we dive into 4 of the biggest movies from 4 of Hollywood's biggest actors. These aren't simply great films, they are moments in cinema where performance, story, and cultural impact collided. We will explore Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers, Endgame, Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, Denzel Washington in Training Day, and Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada. Each film represents a turning point in their careers and a milestone in modern cinema. Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers, Endgame, 2019. It is impossible to discuss modern Hollywood without mentioning the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and at the center of it all stands Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, also known as Iron Man. While Downey had been building his comeback since 2008's Iron Man, it was Avengers, Endgame that immortalized his place in film history. The movie was more than just a superhero flick, it was the conclusion of a decade-long saga. Endgame became the highest-grossing film of all time upon release, surpassing $2.7 billion at the global box office. Yet, beyond the numbers, it was Downey's performance that resonated. His portrayal of Stark's wit, vulnerability, and ultimate sacrifice transformed the character into a modern myth. The line, "I am Iron Man," delivered just before his heroic snap, still sends chills through audiences worldwide. Downey's role in Endgame also represented redemption. After years of personal struggles and career setbacks, his embodiment of Tony Stark showed the world the power of resilience. The film sealed his legacy not only as a blockbuster star, but also as an actor capable of blending charisma with deep emotional weight. For fans, Endgame was not just the end of an era in Marvel, it was the crowning achievement of Robert Downey Jr.'s career. Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, 1997. Few films in history have captured the world's imagination like James Cameron's Titanic. For Leonardo DiCaprio, who was already considered a talented young actor, the film catapulted him into superstardom. His portrayal of Jack Dawson, a poor artist who wins a ticket aboard the doomed luxury ship, became the role that defined his career for years to come. At the time of its release, Titanic was the most expensive film ever made and went on to earn over $2.1 billion worldwide, holding the box office crown for more than a decade. Yet what made it unforgettable was the chemistry between DiCaprio and Kate Winslet as Rose. Their love story became iconic, with scenes like Jack shouting, "I'm the king of the world," and the tragic finale cementing themselves in pop culture forever. For DiCaprio, Titanic was a double-edged sword. It made him a global heartthrob, with millions of fans screaming his name, but it also risked typecasting him as just a romantic lead. However, Leo took that fame and carefully transitioned into darker, more complex roles in The Aviator, Inception, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Still, when audiences think of DiCaprio's rise to greatness, Titanic remains the movie that turned him from a respected actor into an international icon. Even today, Titanic stands as one of cinema's biggest achievements, a love story set against one of history's greatest tragedies, powered by DiCaprio's star-making performance. Denzel Washington in Training Day, 2001. Denzel Washington has long been celebrated as one of the greatest actors of his generation, but it was Training Day that earned him his 2nd Academy Award and solidified his reputation as a powerhouse performer. Known for playing noble and heroic characters, Washington shocked audiences by portraying Detective Alonzo Harris, a corrupt and terrifyingly charismatic narcotics officer. The film follows rookie cop Jake Hoyt, played by Ethan Hawke, as he endures a 24-hour nightmare under Harris's command. Washington's performance is magnetic, simultaneously charming, menacing, and unpredictable. His delivery of lines like "King Kong ain't got nothing on me" became instantly iconic, a mix of bravado and menace that few actors could pull off with such authenticity. Critics praised Washington for stepping outside his usual roles to embrace a morally complex character. The Academy agreed, awarding him the Oscar for Best Actor. For many, Training Day represents not only one of Washington's finest performances, but also one of the greatest acting showcases of the 21st century. The film also left a lasting mark on Hollywood, influencing countless crime dramas and reinforcing Washington's ability to dominate the screen. While he has delivered brilliant performances in films like Malcolm X and Fences, it is Training Training Day that often sits at the top of the list when discussing his career-defining roles. Meryl Streep in The Devil Wears Prada, 2006. When it comes to legendary actors, few names carry as much weight as Meryl Streep. With multiple Oscars and decades of iconic performances, she is often called the greatest living actress. Yet among her many roles, The Devil Wears Prada stands out as a defining moment. Not because it was her most serious film, but because it showcased her versatility and cultural relevance to a new generation. Streep plays Miranda Priestley, the icy and commanding editor-in-chief of a top fashion magazine widely believed to be inspired by Vogue's Anna Wintour. With her sharp tone, subtle gestures, and withering looks, Streep turned Priestley into one of cinema's most memorable characters. The line, "That's all," delivered with cold precision, became an instant classic. The film was not only a box office success, grossing over $326 million worldwide, but it also became a cultural phenomenon. It introduced Streep's brilliance to younger audiences while reinforcing her dominance in Hollywood. Her performance earned her yet another Academy Award nomination and a Golden Globe win, proving that she could captivate audiences in both dramatic and comedic roles. More importantly, The Devil Wears Prada has endured as a film about ambition, identity, and the price of success. Streep's Miranda is not simply a villain, she is a symbol of power, perfectionism, and the sacrifices made in pursuit of greatness. For Meryl Streep, already an icon, this role added a new dimension to her legacy, blending fashion, comedy, and drama into one unforgettable performance. The power of big movies and big actors. What makes these 4 films so significant is not just their commercial success, but the way they shaped the careers of their stars. Robert Downey Jr. turned Avengers: Endgame into a farewell masterpiece that sealed his redemption arc. Leonardo DiCaprio transformed from young talent to global superstar with Titanic. Denzel Washington proved his range and intensity with Training Day, leaving audiences in awe. And Meryl Streep reminded the world why she reigned supreme with her iconic role in The Devil Wears Prada. Together, these films show how the right role at the right time can elevate an actor from success to legend. They remind us that cinema is not just about storytelling, it is about the unforgettable performances that bring those stories to life. Why these films still matter. Even years after their release, these 4 movies continue to resonate with audiences worldwide. They are rewatched, quoted, and studied not just because they are entertaining, but because they showcase the magic of great acting. Each film captures a moment when an actor gave everything they had, and in doing so, became larger than life. From superheroes and star-crossed lovers to corrupt cops and commanding editors, these performances remind us of cinema's unique ability to create lasting memories. For movie lovers, they are essential viewing. For actors, they are examples of greatness. And for audiences, they are proof that when big movies meet big actors, the results are nothing short of legendary. And there you have it, 4 unforgettable movies that not only broke records, but also defined the careers of some of the biggest names in Hollywood. If you enjoyed this video and love exploring the stories behind iconic movies, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll never miss our next video into the films and performances that shaped Hollywood history. Thank you for watching and see you next time.